What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. Man, one of my subscribers just made one hell of a point. One hell of a point. Bars. Right? So, these African Americans, right? These lost Africans that live in America, they say, right, that because they've been gone from Africa for 500 years, even though it ain't been 500 years, right? It's only been like 200, give or take a few decades, right? And they say that is the reason why they have no connections with Africa while doing all the African shit, right? So let me ask you this, because most of these FBAs, right, who say this, right, they claim to be the indigenous population of this landmass, and they say that when they look at the big old heads down in South America as proof that they've been here, right, thousands of years. So Europeans came over here. They started coming over here about 600 years ago, right? They destroyed those people first, right? And keep in mind, even when they got to South America, right? The Portuguese and the Spanish and all them, the people there said that the ancient civilization that was already there that they destroyed said when they got there, right? Those heads was there, right? So, since you guys are so far removed from them, how you gonna claim that? When, first of all, it's in South America, not North America, but y'all can use that as your evidence, is what y'all like to call it. But that means that you guys are claiming something that's thousands and thousands and thousands of years old. But somehow you managed to connect yourself with that, right? Okay. So let's say the ones who don't look at the heads, y'all just say y'all Native Americans, because y'all got different versions of pretendians. Okay, so if the white man who you give so much credit to, you give him credit for all the science, technology, innovation, all the civilization. You guys give them credit. They do every science, it's all the white man science as far as y'all concerned, right? Because us black folks, you black folks, y'all didn't contribute anything to society, right? You're them savage barbarian, loincloth wearing unga bunga, African booty scratchers, they always called you, right? So anytime any intellectual information from history comes out, it's always the white man's, it's always the white man's science, it's always his histories, all that's white people stuff, right? So if that's the case, right, you guys are y'all would basically be the same length far removed from your Native American heritage, right? Wouldn't you? Because they use that zapper, right? They use the zapper on all of you pretendians, like in Men in Black, they went and they just told you weren't African. They just eliminated all your culture. They just eliminated all the food you guys used to cook. They eliminated every thought in your brain about you being native to North America. They just blasted you, right? Right? They did that. So since you've been disconnected, right, from your pretendian or Indian heritage, how can you claim that as a point of pride? How you can claim that when it's been so long? It's been more than 500 years, right? Hasn't it? But you guys, you North American Africans who are lost, your great grandmama's mama came from Africa, okay, at the most. And y'all say y'all don't do nothing African. Why eating okra? Y'all don't do nothing Africa. Why eating goddamn black eyed peas? Y'all don't do nothing African. Why eating all kind of rice, dirty rice, yellow rice, jambalaya, gumbo, with the stuff with seafood in it. Y'all don't do nothing African while putting cornrows and braids and all that in your hair. Y'all don't do nothing African while jumping up and down and dancing and doing all them and having seizures and shit in the air on beat and shit. Y'all don't do nothing African while beating on them drums and that 808 beat. Y'all don't do nothing African while in the Baptist church singing and gathering that Holy Ghost and clapping to the beat and wearing white in the churches and stuff. Y'all don't do nothing African, right? Hold up. What about the ones that call themselves Hebrew Israelites? They talking about they've been gone for 2,000 years, right? They've been gone for 2,000 years. They even going back to Israel, trying to be Israel. You know, Israel that was made in 1940 something. You know, they going back 2,000 years to 1940 something, right? To that Israel. That's their homeland, right? What about that Jesus Christ? Some of y'all Christians, y'all Christian Bethlehem and stuff. Y'all the Jesus, right? The Pope's son, the mass murder, genociding maniac that y'all worship. That white man, huh? Oh, you think painting them black gonna make a difference, huh? That's 2,000 years ago. That some person wrote in a book hundreds of years before, you know, after it supposedly happened. Some dude named Paul. You guys worship the religion of Paul. Paul, it's not Christianity, because the mythical Jesus was a Jew. All right, he was a black Jew. That's what he was, right? A freedom fighter. But you guys connect yourself all the way back to there, huh? What about this Muhammad, you know, from the Arabia? You know, for you Muslim FBAs, huh? So you guys from Arabia, you guys connect and find your pride in this Asian Islamic illiterate genocidal maniac Muhammad, right? Y'all can find, you know, relatability with that. Y'all speak Arabic, huh? That's your thing. But you can't find your connection 2 centuries ago. Your grandmama's 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 grandmama. That's way too far removed, right? Do y'all realize how absolutely stupid y'all sound? Like, how stupid y'all need to take that brown shit out y'all weed. Stop smoking that shit. Seriously. Take that brown shit out of your weed. You don't know what the hell that is. Stop smoking that synthetic weed. All right? That shit fuck you up. All right? Just go get some regular shit. That's what y'all need to do. Because every time I hit one of y'all profiles, y'all look burnt out. Y'all can't speak English. All right? Y'all don't comprehend. I can tell you did not value education. So I'm just wondering how you connect yourself to all these supposed 1,000, 100,000 years. I mean, it all depends on what y'all was smoking that day. 100,000 years over here. Thousands of years over here. Mythical white Jesus over here. Mythical white Jesus with the brown skin over here. Mythical illiterate Asian freaking warlord over here. I mean, everybody but right across the pond. I mean, shit. You got white folks from Ukraine, Russia, Germany, right? They pretend to be Jews. They say they coming back after 2,000 years. You don't see them throwing away that shit. They got to make shit up. Okay? Y'all just like them American white folks. That's what y'all are. Y'all just like those American white folks who gave up their identity to be American, to be white. Foundation of white Americans. That's what you guys did. Y'all did what the white folks did. The white folks gave up who they was to be American. They fought a war against their own people. You want to talk about tribalism? Every year, white people celebrate when they detached and delineated from their own people, just so they can enslave us and not have to pay a little bit of money. That's what they did. They celebrate detaching from their homeland. That's what they're doing. They're proud of that shit. They're proud of it. You guys seem to be proud right along with them. Y'all should just cut out FBA. Just be American. Just go straight to it. Be nationalistic. Be American. And see how many of those Americans accept you. You know? Because I'm sure you haven't looked out the window lately. Let's see how those Americans that you want to be so close to accept you. While you pretend to be everything else but what you really are. An African. Anyway, that's all I got to say. This is Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
Free Sudan. Boycott diamonds and gold. Free Sudan. Boycott diamonds and gold. We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Wait. Before you go, for all my subscribers and philanthropists out there, I'm building a solar power community water bowl system in Nigeria. It's going to cost between $5,000 and $6,000. I'm trying to raise money. If you want to participate and help me build this solar power water system, please donate to the Cash App and put solar water in the notes. Solar water in the notes. I'll put PayPal, Stripe, and Zelle. Anyway, thank you. That's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out. Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.